Talking fishing, nothing but fishing for talking fishing. If it's facts about fishing that you want to know, then tune in, folks, cause this is the show. We'll show you all the right bait to use, so sit right back, you got nothing to lose. Doesn't really matter if it's trout or carp, flathead, marlin or a gummy shark. Listen to the guys and you can't go wrong. They'll be talking about fishing till the cows come home. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Welcome everyone to Talking Fishing, another big show coming your way tonight. And while the weather has not been kind to us these past few days, plenty of people hit the water last Friday in search of snapper. Also, plenty of pics in Catch of the Week as Australia celebrated National Gone Fishing Day last Sunday. News in that fishing has been nominated as an Olympic sport. We'll also have a look at survey results of brown trout in a few Victorian streams. All that, plenty more, so let's get into it with a big welcome to the man who travels by kayak, Adam Ring. Welcome, Ads.
Thanks, Dave, and congratulations to everyone that did participate in National Gone Fishing Day, because the weather wasn't kind here in Vic, but the amount of photos, Twitter thingos, Facebook arrangements, all sorts of stuff that come flooding in of people that did actually go anyway, even if it wasn't to catch anything. It was great to see everyone participate in the day, because it was a big deal, Dave, and I know you guys had other arrangements that fell in with Mates Day on the Bay, which we'll talk about later on, but congratulations to everyone because it was a great day. The weather tried to make it a bad one, but you know what? Since when have we cared about weather, Trelly?
No, don't care.
No, exactly. And it's also a very big welcome to the man just speaking there, all the way from Shepparton, the one and only Stephen Victor Trelfel. Welcome, Trelly.
Thank you very much, David. And
bit of an Elvis thing there, isn't it? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. But I'm wondering, you announced the Olympic sport of fishing.
Yeah.
So who wins, the fisherman or the fish?
You'll have to wait and see. Fisheries news, it's coming up shortly, that fishing has been nominated for the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo.
So Trelly could be an Olympic athlete.
I reckon he's aspiring to be a gold medalist, and you've actually got a chance now, Trelly, because your sport is up.
Probably
so anyway, hasn't quite made it to the events list yet, but it has been nominated. But Trelly, Gone Fishing Day, now you're a board member of the Australian Fishing Trade Association. Yep. Big push by them to get this day up and running, and from the reports from all around Australia, it was a huge success.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. It was absolutely huge as far as the reports coming in from the country. The New South Wales government, I think, runs 6 events, and there was 20,000 participants over those 6 events. Now, they calculate that over the National Gone Fishing Day as people who entered is well over 100,000 people, so it's just amazing. The Assistant Minister for Fisheries, Anne Ruston, has also pledged support next year, and it's a date on the calendar from now on.
There you go.
Right.
National Gone Fishing Day, great success, and we're going to talk about that very, very shortly. You may also notice a few decorations behind us. It is our 2nd birthday tonight. Thank you to the people at home, boys.
That's it.
We've actually been doing this for 2 years today.
There you go.
Yeah, amazing. So it's gone so fast.
It's gone so fast, hasn't
it? Yeah. So many Chinese meals.
That was a big one
Delicious
tonight.
Melbourne.
Delicious Melbourne, there you go. So it is our birthday, and we do sincerely thank you people at home for the feedback we get, and I know you love the show, so happy birthday to them too.
That's
happy
right.
Birthday to the people
Absolutely.
at home. Boys, let's have a look at what's being caught by the people at home. It's time for Catch of the Week.
Catch of the Week, brought to you by Shimano, providing reliable, trustworthy, quality fishing gear for your enjoyment.
And we head up to Shepparton first off. There was a massive National Gone Fishing Day event on Trelly, and you were front and centre, and young Noah Murray got a beautiful rainbow trout from Shepparton somewhere. Whereabouts?
He did actually, and look, it was really good. I mean, young Noah was his first day fishing. It was his first fishing rod he had, and he caught his first trout. As you can see there on the TV, he caught his first trout.
Yeah.
And he's just stoked. And when we got young Noah up on the stage up there, and I said, "No, how'd it go? What happened?" And he said, "Oh, I went around the other side of the lake on that mound, and I cast off into the deep water because I reckon they were there, and and then like 5 minutes later, I had this bite on my rod, and I reeled it in, and then he gave it to the bloke next door, and he gutted it, and then we cooked it later on. So it was just mad. It was just really good. But
do you reckon that hooks a kid for life, doesn't it? To catch a fish on your first day fishing, first fishing rod, and that hooks a kid for life, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and that's what the whole day, the whole National Gone Fishing Day was about. That and I'll tell you what, besides the kids that actually went out fishing, a great big thank you to all the parents that took the time and the effort to get their kids out fishing. Because I know, look, the kids will do what the parents want them to do, but for the parents to get out, as you know, Dave, all the events around and that type of thing, the parents, big congratulations to those who actually participated.
Absolutely. Let's keep it flying through because we've actually got 11 Catch of the Weeks this week. Tylen and Chiara Renzella, they headed to Casey Fields. First time fishing, both got their brand new Tackle Rat rods, both got a beautiful rainbow trout at Casey Fields. How good's that? Thanks to the members of Cranbourne Angling Club who went down to help anglers on the day, which was fantastic. Let's head up to Eildon Pondage. Byron Singleton got a beautiful rainbow trout. Fisheries, congratulations, putting those sort of trout in Lake Eildon Pondage for Gone Fishing Day.
There's a colour on that rainbow.
Yeah. Beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Lovely it's a fish. GT stripe and a half. Let's head out off St Kilda, I believe, because that's how I picked it from the background. And Pepe Sotil. I think that's how you say it. Was that how you... Trelly, you got a bit of... Sotil. Mary will be going, get the Italian right. She'll give you a lecture when you get home tonight. 48 centimetre flathead off St Kilda. Let's keep punching through them.
It is. Good place.
Darcy Wallace. Gone Fishing Day on Sunday, headed down to Mornington Pier. Lovely little snapper.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mornington Pier. How good's that?
Protective gloves on.
Got the gloves on. Talk about the gloves. Look at the next one. Ebony Phipps. Phipps, I think you say it.
Phipps.
A lovely 51 centimetre dusky flathead from Lake Tyers. Now, Ebony's dad sent that picture in, said it was their very first time ever using soft plastics.
Yep.
They travelled down to Lake Tyers, got a bit of advice from Tackle World, travelled down to Lake Tyers, report that the water temperature is a beautiful 18 degrees. Now, I presume the entrance is still open, so you would have to say Lake Tyers is being influenced by some lovely northern currents coming down, and Lake Tyers, 18 degrees, boys. I mean, the bay is still 14 degrees, and it's tough.
It's cold.
Tough fishing. So
it's tough this time of year.
Let's keep going. Mates Day on the bay on Sunday was a massive day, and when I say massive, 160 people and their guests came along, and Neil Pascoe would have got the best fish for Mates Day. Now that the photo probably doesn't do it justice. Neil stood 6'5".
Okay.
That is a close to 40 centimetre, maybe a bit bigger, 40 centimetre brim there.
Stonker
a stonker brim.
And
Neil is that big. He's actually covering the skipper of the boat there. The skipper of the boat was Wilco.
Oh, Wilco!
Colin Wilkinson. He took out Neil Pascoe and just turned him into a legend with the biggest brim of the day. Very tough. No one could get outside into the bay, but Neil and Wilco, as the other 50 boats did, and thank you very much to everyone from Mates Day. They just stayed in the lakes and a few brim, a few eels, a few salmon, that sort of stuff.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's get into the snapper now because there's been plenty of snapper caught and most people got out on the bay last Friday. Dave McManus included a lovely 6 kilo snapper off Coronella, boys.
That's one of your big traditional snappers starting to get the big lump on the head.
Yeah.
Beautiful looking fish, I
That's
think.
a lovely fish. Let's head just round the corner from Coronella, and San Remo is there. Chris Bentley, a lovely snapper of similar size off San Remo. So obviously a good run of fish around that eastern side of Western Port Bay.
How's the difference in colour between those two fish? That one being a lot closer to the entrance, very fresh, very new, whereas the one from Coronella, in that murkier, shallow water, a little bit darker fish, but beautiful.
Not as much hump.
Not as much hump.
Not as much hump. And just to remind people that there's not only snapper in the bay, Glenn Busatill landed a beautiful... I was going to talk about Pat's gummy shark. Sorry, I'm going to finish with this one. Glenn, I didn't read that correctly.
11.
Nearly 11 kilos, a smidgen under 11 kilos. Now, he actually caught that off Chelsea.
And that looks every bit.
Oh, yeah, that's a big
kilos.
fish.
It is huge.
And just to remind people that there's not only snapper in the bay, but Pat Ellaby landed a 9 kilo gummy shark of Lysarts.
There you go.
Yep.
How good is that? Well done, Pat.
That's a win.
Nice bit of bycatch there.
Oh,
Put in
yeah,
a bit of
absolutely.
beer batter, and we're done. If you'd like to send in a pic of your catch of the week, this is what you have to do.
If you want to be like me and have your photo on TV, email your fishing pic to info@ifish.com.au.
Coming up on Talking Fishing, product of the week, and all the details for the Snapper Point Angling Club's Tea Tree Snapper competition right after this.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wear the line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing. Every day's a chance to drift away.
Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See you down at Tackle World today.
Product of the week, brought to you by Tackle World, now with 8 great locations around Victoria. Tackle World, where our advice is priceless. That's why it's for free.
See you down at Tackle World today.
Product of the week, brought to you by Tackle World.
Talking fishing.
Welcome back to Talking Fishing, and we're going to get straight into product of the week because we're running short on time and there's lots to get through, but Trelly's going to be a big hand in this week because we're focusing on new products, stuff that's come through in the last couple of weeks that is going to change the season for us and a lot of different things. I'm going to open up with a set of lip grips here, and I know that's not really exciting, but you're going to see these a lot. We noticed a big change at the tackle show this year. Lip grips going away from stainless or anything that can rust, and you're starting to see these floating plastic pieces of equipment here which are doing the job just as quickly. Now, Charlie, these would be huge through your stores.
Correct.
What's the benefit of something like this compared to, say, the standard stainless steel lip grips we're used to?
Well, it's exactly like you said. Stainless is stainless, it's not stain none. Right? So,
What? You translate that?
well, stainless, if you don't look after it, will stain.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not stain none.
Charlie, we're seeing a growth in Murray cod fishing, particularly where people are catching fish that are perhaps outside of the slot limit and they're big at Lake Eildon because of the million cod in Lake Eildon. People are using these to perhaps help with the photograph so they can hold in the lip grips.
Exactly.
They're a growing thing, and people going up to get barra in Northern Territory want to use them on those. So there's a few species that people will target.
There
the
is.
big flathead, of, the dusky flathead of Lake Tyers.
Well,
lip grips are great.
we're finding too now, the kayak fishing being so popular, it's a lot easier to carry one of them in your kayak than it is a big cumbersome net. So even for things like snapper and all the bits and pieces we can catch in close, the lip grips are becoming very, very relevant.
Large
and
gap
also-
in here. Take a big lip.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to try them, Charlie? Might hurt
That's
you.
going to hurt.
Oh, man.
There's a big one and a small one, so get into that. Next, we're going to look at Next, we're going to look at spinnerbaits. Spinnerbaits. Now, not just any spinnerbait. Bigger is better when it comes to spinnerbaits. Now, Charlie, I'm going to throw to you again after you've finished sorting out your lip.
Yep.
Big spinnerbaits have become a massive thing in fishing these days for the freshwater species. Now, Charlie, it's hard to see the size, but that is roughly 4 to 5 times the size of a standard spinnerbait.
Exactly.
These are 1 ounce.
That's what we used to hang off the rear vision mirror of the HK panel van back in the 70s.
There you go.
Hey,
So
have a look at that.
Yeah.
Charlie,
No,
why so big? Because that's insanely big.
Yeah, actually, and I'm sort of jumping ahead of you a bit here, Ads, but you see this one's a double blade, and this one here is actually the single blade one. So this one that one will stay a little bit higher in your water column, but it's just the presence. Sorry, getting back to the original question. Yeah. It's just the presence, and I mean, you look at a cod, it'll eat a water rat, it'll eat a shag, it'll eat a whatever floats on top of the water. So, and these big things, fish will eat those.
Who makes these? These are big. Who makes them?
These ones are from Mud Guts. There's quite a few on the market in all different species, in all different brands, I should say. But they're the ones from Mud Guts. They're brand new and they are crackers. So they're going to change the way big cod are caught, and that's a ripper.
Absolutely.
Now I'm going to move along because we're running short on time. I've brought a reel in, boys, because I think this is very relevant, especially to a lot of our land-based fishermen. This is the new Pen Slammer. Now, it's vastly different to what we remember from the old slammers. This has got the highest waterproof rating of any fishing reel on the market. There's nothing finesse about it. And why I brought it on the show is because for rock fishermen, beach fishermen, these are actually designed to fall over in the sand. Every now and then you get a big scream and run from a gummy in the surf, or a big snapper grabs a bait unexpectedly off the rocks and it's getting dinged around in sand and salt water.
Exactly.
That is going to hold up.
Yep.
And another nice little feature, it actually comes with a spare handle knob, one in aluminium, which comes standard on the reel, and there's also an EVA knob in there as well.
Nothing like a spare knob.
Nothing like a spare knob, Charlie. So whatever floats your boat there, you can grab whatever's comfortable.
On these, now, made in the USA?
Made in the USA.
This reminds me, if you want to compare, say, a Ford Ranger or something like that to an F350. Like this is... this is a big,
it's American all over.
American,
It's American all over. And let me just say, when I say they're not finesse,
BT50s are much better than Ford Rangers. But anyway, just pointing that out. Well, just pointing that out. This is American grunt.
It is, and they're as smooth and as beautiful as these reels have ever been. These American-style reels have caught up a little bit in the last couple of years, but that's an absolute cracker because it'll take a beating.
I've got another question. What size do they come in?
Everything from little to massive.
They come in like a million sizes.
And massive.
You can't rattle them off.
They've got a 10,500 size, so 350, 450, 550, 650, 750, 850, 950, 1050. And the 1050 is just an absolute weapon.
If you bring them back and they're full of sand, you're dreaming.
That's right. Yeah. Smash crabs, boys. The crab craze continues. Have a look at those. I bought them in the packet and outside because they're hard to see. These are going to change the way snapper are caught in Port Phillip Bay, especially in close around the rocks. I'm not going to spend too much time. Jump onto YouTube and actually YouTube them.
Even in the packet, you can see them wobbling.
That's right.
Yeah.
These are designed that when they hit the water, they never ever turn upside down or go sideways and do things they shouldn't. They correct themselves. They swim down. And all those little rubber legs you can see there are foam filled and they float. So they will stand up.
Now can I just say, when we first saw these boys, I think everyone was a bit cautious, going, another... we saw them at after, and they were in the tank. And everyone said, they just look a bit fake and that. These are unreal, and... I mean, you don't fish with crabs for snapper traditionally, but these look that real. They would be the sort of crabs that you would find around an artificial reef or a natural reef in Port Phillip Bay and Western Port. And I'm telling you,
the snapper will crush
and we can't keep them on the shelf. We got another delivery today.
Just see them work. You cast them in and they just go.
They wave at you. They're
all the way down, don't they? They're just crazy, man.
Can you do that again, Charlie?
So, that's exactly what they do.
They do.
So keep an eye on them because they are an absolute cracker. And fellas, it's not just another burley pot.
No, it's here.
I'm pretty sure we've had this on the show before. A massive version of half.
Yeah, but not this one. This is a half size.
Half the size. So the whiting fishermen are going to be frothing on this. And we've gone the sneaky in.
What's that mean, frothing?
3.3 kilo weight in the bottom, so it's upright the whole time.
Yep.
You need a 3.3 kilo weight.
Especially in the Murray where it flows.
Yeah, that's right.
It's about the equivalent of what you ate at the Chinese restaurant tonight, Charlie. A 3.3 kilo weight.
So that's the Sea Dog pot in half the size, but still carrying the same weight. Whiting fishermen, watch out because that is an absolute.
I mean, that's even a really good one for freshwater if you want to do a bit of belly freshwater too, like eel and get down a bit of depth.
Yep.
That type of thing's good stuff.
So there you go.
By James Gillies, and they're great. They're a great little burley. It's about time they brought out that half size because it's
the big
great.
one's massive.
The big one is the biggest burley pot on the market, isn't it? So, and this is half the size and probably a little bit more practical. So
there you go. Bit of new product which we haven't had for a little bit. So jump into your local and have a look at those. They're all crackers.
There you go. A couple of things, boys, to talk about. The Tea Tree Fishing Comp is on Melbourne Cup weekend. well, just before Melbourne Cup weekend, and there's all the details there. It's still the biggest and it's still the best. It's the Tea Tree Snapper Fishing Competition, and it also incorporates the Victorian Amateur Snapper Championship. So whoever catches the biggest one. There is $140,000 in prizes. It's the 33rd annual event, and I tell you what, boys, this is going to be a cracker. We've had some terrible weather. The snapper are just chomping at the bit to bite a pilchard or a silver whiting, and it's ready to go.
My big tip: if this weather continues for the first time since I've been in the trade that I can remember, Tea Tree Snapper is going to be won by a land-based angler. That's my tip.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Only if it blows.
That's my tip.
I would write that down.
Now, can I just say that today, if you didn't get your entry in the mail by today, it's all over.
Yep.
Red Rover. So no more early entries. There is late entries. I'm trying to find the bit here, but
Saturday.
This Saturday, is it?
Yep. Top right. Next page.
I'm trying to, late entries. Okay, I found it. Late entries. Saturday, the 22nd of October. Cash only will be accepted at JV Marine World, Tackle World Cranbourne, Tackle World Mornington, Gone Fishing in Carrum Downs, and you will pay a late entry surcharge of $25, including GST for each entrant. You just got to be in it to win it. If you don't
cash
get
only
out,
for that too.
yeah, if you don't get out fishing, doesn't matter because you're still in the draw for one of, I think, three boats. You're in the draw for one of 3 boats.
And that's the thing, the biggest fish won't necessarily win the boat.
No,
that's all.
that's good.
No, you get a great trophy,
Yeah.
So be in it to win it. It's a great Snapper One Angling Club, great club, and you need to be in it to win it. And the other big event coming up the weekend after, boys, so the weekend after the Melbourne Cup, and we're going to talk a bit about some of the information that you're going to find out at this conference, but it's the Talk Wild Trout 2000.
What was it?
What's a tongue twister? It's a Talk Wild Trout 2016. What?
Talk
Wild Trout. It's on Saturday, the 5th of November, 9:30 until 4:30. It's at the Mansfield Performing Arts Centre, 15 View Street in Mansfield. If you want to register for it, get on to mansfieldmountbuller.com.au/TWT, which stands for Talk Wild Trout, to reserve a free seat. Come along. We, all 3 of us, went last year, didn't we?
You did?
Did you go, Eds?
No.
Didn't you?
Oh.
I was there in spirit.
Yeah. I'm registered.
I think you and I were talking about him last week.
We must have
last
talked
time.
about it.
Jeez, was that? No, that's okay. But anyway, look, if you want to know about trout in the wild of Victorian rivers and lakes, you'll hear about it all at this Wild Trout Conference. So got to get along to it. Some great guest speakers. Up next, fisheries news. Fishing could become an Olympic sport. Next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
Good morning, spotters. Stephanie speaking.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Live from the studios of Channel 31 Melbourne, it's now time for some very fishy news.
Plenty of news this week, I can tell you, and let's kick it off with the all-important news. And Trelly, you were a bit surprised at this, but fishing hopes to land Olympic status. That's the news on the BBC this week, would you believe? The international governing body for fishing has applied for angling to be part of the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. The Confédération The Confédération Internationale de la Pêche Sportive, my French is doing well, learned it in year 7, says accepting fishing as an Olympic discipline would enlarge the universality.
Jeez, they're all big words for a fisher, let's face it.
Of the Olympic idea because angling is so popular, boys.
Well, we know that.
There you go. So that's
It's an
what
Olympic sport. Just
well, Critics say that fishing involves too much luck, is incomprehensible to outsiders and too boring to watch. Well, I kind of agree, but anyway. But it went on to say fishing is among a raft of sports.
Obviously, don't drink when they fish, do they?
Do you know what would be interesting though?
What?
If
You're interrupting the news.
if the species targeted were like a national type fish arrangement, that'd be pretty sweet.
Like goldfish or
Yeah,
something.
make it
Let me
a
get
day.
on with this, please, because this is important. This is serious.
You're
Fishing is amongst a raft of sports aiming to secure Olympic status. Skateboarding, surfing, climbing, karate, and baseball, softball have already been confirmed for Tokyo 2020. Skateboarding's in it.
Skateboarding.
Anyway, the Olympics have become a joke. And I hope they're not sending Nick Curios. He's a hopeless skateboarder. The IOC said it hopes the innovative move will draw in newer audiences by focusing inclusions on youth-oriented sports. It also went on to say, fishing has featured at the Olympics once before, boys. Listen to this. It was an unofficial sport at the 1900 Paris Games. Only 6 nations took part. And there is no record of the eventual winner.
That's how popular it was.
So it just goes to prove they did drink.
It's on a winner. We're on a winner here. All right, this is serious stuff. The news here. The East Gippsland Catchment Management Authority will be improving in-stream fish habitat in the estuarine stretches of the Mitchell River thanks to a new project funded by recreational fishing licence fees.
It's like a scarecrow.
The $100,000 project builds on extensive fish habitat improvement works over several years already undertaken by the CMA in rivers flowing into the Gippsland Lakes. This project is one of 17 new ones worth more than $1.1 million that will contribute to the state government's Target 1 Million plan to get more people fishing more often. That is just an excellent project. Absolutely fantastic.
It's in the winning pile, that one.
Now, boys, this is going to change where people might fish. A little bit of info here, but this is what you can learn if you go to that trout conference, the Talk Wild Trout conference weekend after the Melbourne Cup weekend. And we're going to show the graph. Researchers monitoring Victoria's wild trout rivers over the last 2 years have found an increase in brown trout numbers in 7 of 9 rivers surveyed in early 2016 compared to 2015. You'll see the graph up on there. Researchers sampled 2 to 4 sites in each of the 9 rivers, with each site ranging in length from 100 to 500 metres long.
That's a bit unfair because a couple of those creeks were dry.
No, well, they all went up, Trolley, whether they're dry or not.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean they were dry
counts.
in 2015?
Yeah.
Still counts.
Nah, just joking.
Yeah. The Midda, Hauqua, Kiwa, King, Ovens and Dargo rivers and Narrial Creek all had good recent natural recruitment, which is breeding, which augurs well for anglers looking to fish these waters in the next few seasons. If you want to get along and learn more about this sort of information, register for free at www.mansfieldmountbuller.com.au/TWT and find out more about the conference topics at w.vic.gov.au/trout conference. Now, boys, I'll pass that over to you, boys, but I'd be fishing the Hauqua. If I was heading up to Mansfield area anytime soon.
Oh, the upper middle looks good.
Oh, yeah, so the upper mid is dominating.
Yeah, that makes good television too, boys. You guys looking down reading like that?
Yeah.
Oh, change the cameras.
We went along last year, didn't we, Dave?
We did go along,
and
Charlie.
the information was fantastic because we came away and we said, yeah, exactly what we're saying now. We'd go to the Midda and fish, or we'd go to the Hauqua and fish because that's where the fish were.
I went to the Delatide last year and did really well, but now it's stuff, so I'm not going there again. Ads, I swear I sat next to you last year.
No, I wasn't.
But
there.
anyway, and boys, last but not least, bit of news. The Victorian Fisheries Authority, which will be the new statutory authority.
Yep.
The first reading, I guess, in Parliament was held on the 13th of October. That was last week, I think, about Thursday or Friday, something like that. It was in Parliament, debated for the first time, and I've got to say, I'm worried, boys. So you know, the government's going to set up this new Victorian Fisheries Authority, a statutory authority that's going to run fishing, and just some notes about that because I've got a few notes here. When it becomes law, it will be established as a standalone organisation looking after fishing in Victoria. It means that things like fish stocking, licensing, improvements to things like jetties, ramps and fish cleaning tables will no longer be done within a big anonymous government department like DEPI, DELP, Digital.
whatever they call it this week.
Well, they change their name every month, and they relocate from each end of Spring Street. They'll be carried out by an independent government authority that works closely with people who love fishing. Now, I've got to say, so there's a debate. And what happens during a debate in Parliament, boys, is that all these people stand up and have their say about it.
Yes.
This is some of the comments from the opposition, and I'm sorry, but this just reeks of there's some pretty bad stuff in the air, I can tell you. Peter Walsh, he kicked it off. He's the leader of the Nationals. I think it is important, this is from Hansard, I think it's important that there is someone who has a very intimate understanding of the commercial sector on the board. So he wants someone from the commercial fishing industry. So what's happened is they have put there that the board of this new authority, you can't be a commercial fisherman and you can't be part of a recreational fishing organisation. So I'm excluded because I'm the executive director of Future Fish Foundation.
Yep.
Trelly, you're a board member of AFTA. You're excluded from the board of the new fishing authority. And they've also said fairly that you can't be a commercial fisherman. So Walsh says he wants 2 people on the board that are commercial fishers. Andrew Kados, he's from the Liberal Party. He goes, for some reason the government is choosing to specifically preclude anyone with commercial fishing experience from the board, which I find quite staggering. So he wants commercials on it as well. Christine Fife from the Liberal Party. It looks like it's going to exclude commercial fishermen, licence holders from appointment. The board needs that commercial industry experience.
So hang on, I get it. This isn't about recreational fishing?
No. It's a board to control all of fishing. But what they're saying is they want an expertise-based board, like an accountant and a lawyer. They don't want it stacked with people that actually work in the industry because there's a conflict of interest. So they've very much said no commercials, no recreationals. We're excluded.
So does that mean that...
But these guys want the commercials put back in.
So does that mean that fishing will basically be run in Victoria of a whole heap of people that don't necessarily fish?
No fishing.
No, it's people that have great knowledge. They can fish, but they can't be... I could be there and go, I want Future Fish to be funded for $1 million a year.
Oh, yeah,
So I have a conflict.
Okay.
They want people without a conflict of interest. So you can be a fisherman.
Yeah, but it excludes people who have got a great knowledge in fishing. I mean,
no, it doesn't. You can't be a CEO of an organisation.
You can't be in an organisation.
Anyway,
but they're all saying they need
Tim
commercials.
Bull, Richard Wright, and Tim McCurdy all said pretty much the same thing. They've done it. The commercials have done a number on them.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it smells of bad politics. And I tell you what, unless the coalition wakes up to themselves and understands that there is hundreds of thousands of recreational anglers in this country that do not want this sort of crap going on in Parliament, they're on the nose, boys. And anyway, don't get me started.
wow.
Up next, Kramer's Mailbag and some more info on how fishing clubs are spending their $2,000 grants right after this on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
Make mine a Mornington.
G'day, David Kramer here. I'm a massive fan of the Mazda BT50, having personally driven and owned one for more than 5 years now. And to tell you what, you can't beat them for an all-round great ute and a great tow vehicle. Get into Mornington Mazda before the end of the month and grab yourself a run-out bargain. I made mine a Mornington Mazda.
Make mine a Mornington Mazda.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Welcome back to Talking Fishing and Kramer's Mailbag. There's a bit to get through.
There's a bit of a pile there, Dave.
There's a bit of a pile here, so anyway, we'll get through it. The Keysborough and... the Keysborough. God, I've started already. The Greensborough and District Angling Club have their 90th anniversary coming up on the 23rd of October 2016. I'm pretty sure that's this week.
It's a fair innings.
It's their 90th year. They're having an open day at the club rooms for all former, existing, new members, families and friends and potential members. A display of memorabilia, information, pictures and boats will be there to see. A casting area for the kids will be set up to have a practice at hitting the targets. It starts at 11 o'clock and runs through to 3 o'clock. There will be an official ceremony with a group photo of all in attendance and a raffle draw at 2 p.m. Do you know what the raffle prize is?
I know, a fishing day with a founding member.
Oh, I've got no idea.
Lifetime membership.
I've got no idea. I was asking you. Barbecue will be running throughout the day. All other info can be found at www.gdac, which stands for Greensborough District Angling Club.com.au, 161 Para Road in Greensborough. There you go. So get down there if you're anywhere.
Cool.
Where
90th
where is
anniversary.
That's it.
90 years? Some of these clubs have been going for years. Where is Greensborough, by the way?
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's near Greensborough, apparently. They're telling me in my ear. Alrighty. Who wrote? Bill Webb wrote this one in. Funny boat names. Let's have a look at some of these boat names. Now, there's a few to get
Bring
here.
it on.
A boat time.
Nice. Like it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Solid.
good. What does that say?
For brains.
Ship for brains.
Ship.
Seize the day.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that one. That is good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Marlon Munro.
Creative.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
careful of those.
Peer pressure.
Nice.
I like that. That's pretty good. Good collection here.
The Codfather.
Codfather.
Up your way?
The Godfather.
What?
Did you bring a beer along?
Oh, yep. Nice. That's Charlie's.
Yeah.
Got on your Bill Webb. Campbell Sloop.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Boy.
Ecstasy.
Yeah, nice.
I like that. That is good.
Drug runner.
That's it. Oh, right, eh?
Look
Look out for the iceberg.
2. Wonder what happened to 1.
Oh, he named that one after his he named it after his missus, that boat. Yeah, that's good.
Good
Would
new
two,
one.
would not. Lovely wooden scuba. What's that one?
Bobby Bouncer.
Booby bouncer, you idiot, Trelly.
I'm trying to keep it clean, guys.
That's yours. There's Trelly's
Alcoholic.
alcoholic.
Trying to keep it clean.
She got the house.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. You got nice boat.
Cirrhosis of the river.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Sexy.
Fish and chicks.
Yeah.
There's a theme here, Charlie.
It is.
Is it
Naughty boy.
Still going.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
That's pretty
Anyway,
cool.
thanks
Dave,
to...
can you think of one?
Send in your awesome boat name.
Just give us one. Just off the top of your head.
Oh, my boat was real action. Why?
Oh, no.
That's not. That's
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What's your boat named?
Willie.
Willie. Willie.
reason?
Willie what?
Willie Fisterbottom. That's his last name. Poor
to-
unfortunate
thanks.
bloke.
Thanks to Bill Webb. Last week we had no idea where Lismore was. I can tell you about 100 people wrote to us saying where Lismore is, because I thought Lismore was in South Australia because they had no power. You know, they had no
Yeah.
power to thing. But anyway, it's out near Berrybank. Do you know where Berrybank is?
No.
Do you know where Foxhowe is?
Nope.
Do you know where Wee Ring is?
What?
These are the
not a
towns.
relative- that's not a
No,
relative
this is on. This is on. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. It's on
What was that
Google
last
Maps
one?
here. Wee Ring.
It's not a relative of mine, is it?
WEE Ring. Do you know where
It's up near
Kindari?
Ningaloo, look.
Where's Kandari? Kandari.
Kandari.
Do you know where this one is? Dreeit. DREEITE. Dreeit. Alvey.
It's real, isn't it?
Yeah, Bruce.
What about Warrion? Do you know where Warrion is? These are all towns within 30 kilometres of Lismore, so no wonder we couldn't find bloody Lismore. Ondit, ONDIT.
I don't.
Yeah, well, says a lot.
What?
People in my ear are saying we're going to finish this in an hour. Pomborneet North.
Yeah, right.
Where's that? No, where's that? Come on.
Well, it's just north of Pomborneet South.
Moving on.
Lismore is out near. I can't even read. I had to write these. I had to write these big letters. So I can read. It's out on the way to Portland. Lismore,
okay.
apparently. So,
Of course.
Anyway,
course it is.
Kramer's mailbag. We're continuing this. Hi, David. This is real. This is from Leah. Leah writes from the Northern Metro Sports Fishing Club. Hi, David. Is there a charity where we can donate old fishing rod and? I just thought of something funny. Sorry.
He's like that.
What's going on? Do you want me to read it?
No, it's all right. You can read one of them. Is there a charity where we can donate old fishing rod and tackle that are in perfect working condition but no longer used or needed due to upgrading? Thanks for any info you can provide. From Leah. I was just thinking the Lismore Fishing Club, if we can find it. They got no power, but they need some gear.
Well, they do. They do. Right.
You read that one. I'll read this one first. So Gregory writes to us. Hey guys. You get better. Hey guys, just wondering what will happen next year when C31 wraps up. Wraps up is a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Will you be continuing elsewhere, or will the show cease to go on? He's hoping, but he wrote hopping, that you will find a new home. Well, we're trying.
Yep.
We are trying. Don't worry about that. That was from Gregory. I've got that one. That was the yeah,
want me to
you got
read
one?
this one
Yeah,
out?
what's that one?
Yeah.
Well, I had an excuse for this one.
I just
last
read
week.
it how it is.
No.
Who's it from?
Yeah.
David Torelli.
Yeah. What do you write?
No beers prior, fellas, for next week.
Trelly? What do you say to that?
I'm not here next week.
No, he meant
For
he
this
wrote
week.
that last
Oh,
week for this
this
week.
week.
What do you say about that?
They probably just summed it up.
Wrong.
Too late.
Too late.
There you go, David. Thanks, mate.
If you'd
don't
like,
drink
Trying to keep these two under control.
dear.
No,
It's
it's fine.
not-
I don't drink beer.
if you drink a lot of red wine. If you'd like to write into Kramer's mailbag, this is what you do.
Send your mail to Kramer's Mailbag, PO Box 734, Patterson Lakes, Victoria 3197, or email kramer@ifish.com.au.
Oh dear. Anyway, it's always an exciting segment, isn't it? I didn't mark any of these tonight, but I was just going to talk about how people are spending the $2,000 grants. Did you know that there's 340? I'll look at this camera. 340 fishing clubs in Victoria, and only around 100 of them have applied for their $2,000 grant. So the 240 clubs that haven't applied for that grant, you need to get to your secretary or treasurer, your president or your chairman or whatever and apply, because it's there to promote your club. We heard from Greensborough Angling Club. They're going to hold a great celebration day for their 90th anniversary, and that's what it's all about. That's what they're spending their money on. The here we go. Toolamba Fishing Club. Where's Toolamba?
Yeah, Liz,
Wow.
Lismore.
No, it's just south of
North
Shepherd.
of Lismore.
No, it's just south of Marupna.
Who?
Marupna. It's just out on the Goulburn River.
What do they spend
It's
their
just
$2,000
south of
on?
Oh, they're going
Great
to
club.
contribution towards a cool room. The Toolamba Fishing Club hold a yearly fishing competition over the Easter long weekend. They have been holding the competition for the last 10 years, and their fish go off every year. So they're going
Hey, that's a good one.
No, they're
I
gonna put a
like
cool
that.
room in.
You've got to hang their big cod up somewhere.
I like that.
The Mitcham Angling Club and Fish Protection Society Incorporated, they're going to have a series of talk nights open to the public whereby expert and guest speakers, they might get Trelly along, will discuss a specific species or region. The talks are across a wide variety of fishing species, regions, and will cater for all abilities to go away with new knowledge. So they're doing that sort of stuff.
I like it.
Let me just keep randomly here. Native Fish Australia is a volunteer organisation interested in the well-being of Australia's native freshwater fish and the waters they inhabit. They're seeking funding to design and develop a new website with the aims of public education, information sharing, new member recruitment, and to provide interactivity and accessibility to current and potential members. So spend it on whatever you want. That's what it's all about. Coming up, this week's Hotspots next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
G'day, Callan here from Paul Worslam's Tackle World Cranbourne. Supercharged batteries have been supplying maintenance-free marine batteries since 2001. The Seamaster Gold range is second to none, delivering superior starting power and reserve capacity. No need to top up with water, truly a fit and forget battery. With up to 2 years replacement warranty, you know you have quality. Your battery is your lifeline. Without it, you're dead in the water because it's bloody hard to push start. I've got a Seamaster battery in my boat. Make yours a Seamaster Gold today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for, Fishing Hotspots. Get on 'em, it's where the fish are.
Now, if you were watching earlier on in the show, you would have seen some massive snapper. In fact, 11 kilos almost off Chelsea, and some of those areas out of Carrum, boys, are just absolutely on fire. We're going to try and put you on the spot because, on a good day, and our last Friday was a good day.
Yep.
There was reportedly 1,000 boats out of Carrum, Beaumaris, Frankston and Mornington.
Wow.
That's, I don't know, people just take RDOs or, so it just goes.
Yeah.
The switch has been flicked, but it's only on once a week because of the weather.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
right.
terrible.
People
So,
want to go.
the number one hotspot out of Carrum this week is Edith Vale, 17 metres, boys. 17. Go there, Edith
Smart.
Vale. 17. That's what I'm told. That's where the fish are, and expect to fish anywhere between 6 and at least 10 kilos.
I like it.
So just a pilly, the old humble pilly, nothing special about it. But there's some big fish starting to congregate around some of the reefs. Edith Vale, 17 metres. If you want to go somewhere different, if you're over on that western side of Port Phillip Bay, head out of St Leonard's. and you can skip across the couple of sandbanks. The very end of the Pinnis Channel, if you know it, it drops into some very deep water, 22 metres of water, just before the mussel farm.
Okay.
So you'll be sitting, if you were sitting at the end of the Pinnis Channel, you would have the mussel farm to the north of you, and then Melbourne in the background, if you like. So
Okay. Snapper and gummies?
snapper and gummies, absolutely, because there's a bit of current there.
Yeah.
So you do get the gummies sitting in the current, but plenty of snapper around there too, boys. That was the whisper during the week.
I like it.
End of the Pinnis Channel.
Lock it in.
Lysarts, boys. Let's
Hasn't
head
been
over
called Lysarts for 20 years.
Hey, that's my line. I used to work there for 17 years. Anyway, Lysarts is number one spot for Western Port this week. I know we're just trying to give the people from Coronella a bit of a break, even though
Give 'em a
now
week
we've mentioned Coronella. There'll be a lot of people in the car park at
Hey, we
Coronella.
saw the goodbye catch gummy and catch of the week.
Oh,
come from
absolutely, on your
Lysarts.
pat.
Yep.
But Lysarts is the go. 20 metres straight out the front of Lysarts, the old green sheds there, you'll see them right next to SO. And 20 metres, that's all you need to do. Silver whiting would be the best bait, I reckon, for Lysarts
nice.
this week. Something a little bit
20
tougher.
metres.
Yep.
20 metres.
Fair depth.
Yeah,
It's good.
absolutely. Another place that I reckon we only mention once a year, don't we?
Yes,
Once a
I'm
year.
glad this is in there.
And this is the week. Silver Leaves.
Silver Leaves.
Heading over towards Phillip Island there.
This is a spot in Western Port that when it goes,
It goes.
it goes.
Yeah.
And it goes for weeks. It doesn't just go for a tide change or a session. It's about to go.
Yeah,
can feel it.
It'll go to mid-November, I
Yep.
reckon now.
Once it starts.
Yeah.
That's been one of the most popular spots in the port the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, it's on now.
Bit of
Silver
flow
Leaves.
there. Looks like it'd be a
Yeah, bit of flow. Yeah.
Hammers.
Yeah, great spot. So, okay, let's head a bit to the west of Port Phillip Bay and west of Geelong, Trelly.
Yep.
And Lawn Pier, I noticed in your fishing report, just fishing magnificently. Do you know what they're catching there?
fish, Dave.
Sorry. I just wanted to see. No, I just wanted to see if you read your own fishing reports.
No, I want to see if you read my fishing report.
Oh, there's actually been some snapper caught off the Lawn Pier.
You're right,
So
nice.
there's lots of fish that are travelling in from the, I guess the west of Victoria and even South Australia, and certainly some congregation, it appears, around the Lawn Pier. Snapper to 2.5, 3 kilos.
Nice.
Also, some very big calamari.
I was going to say, the beauty of Lawn
Yeah.
Pier, you can
Yeah.
catch your bait where you're fishing, whether it's
Yeah.
the little salmon or
Exactly,
the calamari.
yeah. Yeah.
Convert that into a snapper.
Absolutely.
Beautiful time of year for
I was
it.
wondering if he was going to pick up on the calamari.
Yeah. You're an idiot.
Nailed it.
And as you would have seen in Catch of the Week, boys, Lake Tyers is absolutely on fire. It's just when a lake like that hits 18 degrees,
Yep.
it switches on. The brim are on,
Yep.
the dusky flathead are on, and Lake Tyers is the place to be. So if you're looking for if you haven't decided where to go for the Melbourne Cup long weekend, and I know Lake Eildon's fantastic, Portland's still producing some tuna,
Yeah,
but
it's a big
if
fish.
you want somewhere absolutely beautiful to go,
Must be
go
the
to Lake
warmest
Tyers.
warmest water in the state at the moment, is it?
Oh, probably is,
When-
yeah.
18 degrees.
When would you expect to see some of the mulloway being caught that was stocked?
No, the entrance is open. They all swam to New South Wales. No, I was only joking. I was only joking.
They said they all swam to Western Port.
I reckon they'd probably be schooled. Yeah, there's a few reefs in Lake Tyers
Yeah,
now,
that's
and they're
right.
probably a bit
Sitting on
schooled
that.
up on those.
Yeah, I think they'd be down the front with the entrance open.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
they'll only be
be
small.
Yeah, they'll be tiny.
They were only put in as small fish, so yeah, they're going to probably take another year or two to develop. But look, get up the back, and you know some of the places. I mean, I can picture exactly where we
Yep.
fished last
So can
February,
I.
and some of those little shallow banks up the back of the lake.
Oh, those brim would be up on the flats, crunching away at the mussels and bits and pieces, crabs there,
Yeah.
and the flatties.
And the flatties will do well. So Lake Tyers, boys.
Let's go.
Get up there. There you go. Boys, let's get back on the subject. Channel 31 does close. Well, it doesn't close. It's not voluntary. Malcolm Turnbull is taking away the licence of... someone's talking in my ear saying that we're not on free-to-air TV anymore. If you want to watch it on the internet, you can, but I don't think we'll bother. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And, you know, Malcolm Turnbull's taking away Channel 31's licence.
Yeah.
So, where are we going to end up? Who knows? One of the problems is we pride ourselves on being a Victorian show, broadcast live out of Melbourne, and it's our second birthday. So I think we're doing something right to have gone
Exactly.
2 years. But if we and we have been, we've been in discussions with Channel 10 and Channel 7, and they want a national show. They don't want to plug in Victoria and have something else on, like the Brady Bunch and Hogan's Heroes and all that crap on in other states. And the problem is we don't want to go to a national show. We're good for Victoria. We're good for Melbourne. We're good for fishing in Victoria. So who knows where we'll end up? But don't
give up on it yet.
No, don't give up on us.
That's it.
So keep an eye on our Facebook page, and if you want to sign the petition to try and stop Channel 31 from being shut down, get across to Talking Fishing's Facebook page, because there is something on there. So anyway, we've got some discussions coming up about all that, haven't we? So
yeah, it's been hard work. A lot of questions asked on what's going to happen, and fact of the matter is, it's going to be a little bit one of those things. We don't really know what's going to happen until it happens, which makes forward planning a little bit tough. But
a little bit tough.
It won't be that easy to get rid of us.
Quickly, Trelly, freshwater scene, rivers are still running. I mean, it hailed on the way in today.
Yeah.
In the way into the studios tonight.
Yep.
It was hailing. It was 8 degrees.
Yes.
Rivers are still running high. When's this going to end? When will it slow down?
Well, it's actually turned a little bit of a point now. Now we're talking to a few blokes up at below Mulwala in the Murray River.
Around Lismore.
Yeah, no, around Strathmerton. Even in the Goulburn, if you're going to fish up there, pretty much an unweighted big scrub worm. We're catching some nice yellow belly.
Okay.
The downside is probably the mosquitoes. They're just really thick at the moment.
What, eating the scrub worms?
Well, they're almost, they're that big. They're like dunny budgies, but a big scrub worm, a little hook, a little bit of weight, just drop them in. Don't go too deep. Just drift them in, and there's some really nice yellow belly being caught. So lakes are fishing good, like Mulwalla's actually fishing okay, Eildon's doing okay, Nellacooty, Ranga Basin, Epilogue. So the lakes are doing actually really good this time of year.
Okay. And target a snag or something like that? Is that what you do with the scrubbing?
No, just your back eddies. So where you see the water sort of come down, sort of do a bit of a swirl and a bit back, because the fish will sit in there. They're a bit like us. They're lazy, so they'll sit in those back eddies and be a bit opportunist. Something floats past like a big scrub worm. Bang.
Gone.
That's it.
And what size round about now?
At the moment, about that long. Yeah, no, about 2 kilo, about 2 kilo, 2.5, maybe 3 kilo. Yeah, it's nice.
Very
fish.
nice. There you go. If you want to get into your freshwater fishing, yellow belly is the talk of the town up there. That's it for Talking Fishing. We hope you enjoyed the show. Next week we are joined by Victorian Maritime Safety Officer Marty O'Connell, and it's happy birthday here. We talk all things boating safety as we lead into the Melbourne Cup long weekend. If you have any questions for Marty, keep an eye out on our Facebook page. We'll be asking you what you'd like explained. Until we see you again next Tuesday on Talking Fishing, please stay safe in the water and enjoy your fishing. Happy birthday, Talking Fishing.
Happy birthday!
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. We got all you need, just take a look. Watch those fish jump on your hook. So just relax and take your time. Enjoy the show, then drop us a line. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. Talking fishing.
Have a good weekend, Mr. Walker.
You too, son.